So it's probably no surprise at this point that I have been going back in and playing older racing games and kind of just really experiencing some of the older games that I honestly haven't even played before, as I'm pretty dang new to the Forza franchise. I obviously started on 5, I went to 4, 3, now I'm on 2. And then after this, guys, I will be playing Forza Horizon 1. What's kind of weird to me, though, is going back in and playing these games even in 2025, at least the later time, than playing this game here in 2026, man. And I gotta admit something though, what kind of blows my mind with Forza Horizon 2 is one of the first things you'd probably think about when playing a game. Now keep in mind this game came out in 2014, if anybody wants to know. So obviously the game is pretty old. It's around 12 years old now, which is pretty dang insane to think about how these games are actually kind of almost retro, not retro-y because that'd be like 2005 and stuff, but either way though, we could all say Forza Horizon 2 is obviously pretty old, and people might jump into this game and immediately go, well, Forza Horizon 2 will probably be outdated, right? I mean, we all do know these older games might feel outdated, but what's kind of crazy to me though is Forza Horizon 2 really did not feel outdated at all, and I really do truly believe playing this game in 2026 and seeing how the game flows, guys, with the menus. I do like how the menus work. The loading and all that's not too bad in the game either, considering it's on Xbox One. I would say on 360 it might end up being a little bit slower, but on Xbox One it's really not bad. And on top of that, I have talked about the visuals, like the graphics of the game as well. And I kind of think we can all agree that the graphics of Forza Horizon 2, I think this game looks pretty dang amazing, bro. I have talked about that in the other video on how the game really does look almost ahead of its time in a way. And we can all probably agree if you were to release this game like last year or even this year, it would probably hold up with newer games pretty well because it legit looks that good visually. And to be honest, it really does kind of shocked me because I think people playing an older Forza game can jump on something like Forza Horizon 5 and go, no, 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 this one can still compete with the newer racing game fairly easy. The other part of that, though, is you might be playing an old game like this, and there's always something that you might think about, right? The overall gameplay feeling of Forza Horizon 2 compared to the modern standards of how new games are. I know a lot of people might jump on this game, and to be real, guys, I was also kind of part of that, where I was kind of, okay, well, let's see how this game does feel. Let's see how the gameplay feels. Let's see how it is compared to modern games. I kind of wanted to compare it to that to really see what this game's about. You know what I'm saying? Because we all do know that it's kind of hard not to do that nowadays, to compare something like this to how the older games compared to the new games are. You know what I'm saying? But jumping on this game, though, and feeling the overall driving aspect of it, I think the cars handle very well. I do like the way they do feel. It is fun. It's not like a full-on sim balance, obviously. It's more of like an arcade mix with like these sim elements, you know, how Forza Horizon 3, 4, and 5 kind of do it, guys. And I really do love the handling model. Going back and playing the old Forzas, I do love how the handling of these cars do feel. I like how they kind of kept this and updated it or tweaked things with each game. And I really do think the overall handling model still feels great, even in 2014 in this. The other part I did talk about a little bit in the hypercar video, and also I did talk about this a little bit in the highway video, was simply down to the sense of speed in the old Forzas, man. They're so dang good, dude. And I'm going to say something, guys. I kind of wish newer racing games went back or at least adopted the entire sense of speed element to them. You know what I'm saying? I feel like a lot of newer racing games kind of got rid of the sense of speed, and Forza Horizon 2 does it very well. It is so dang fun going fast in this game with pretty much all kinds of different vehicles, and with going fast and in these races, you probably think about the AI, which, to be real, the AI in every Forza game I have played so far, which is 2 through 5 at this point, all the AI seem to be really good. Bringing up the difficulty gets you extra money and stuff like that, which is awesome. And putting that AI on higher difficulties, you can definitely see how fast they are and crazy on top of that, which is always kind of a win when you are going around the map and doing different races. I would say the AI or the drive avatars and stuff are pretty fun to mess with on top of it. So I do like little aspects like that. Now, the other thing I did want to talk about with playing this game in 2026 and kind of going, well, how does it hold up to myself, is simply down to the map and also the world design. Guys, I'm going to be real right here and say that every single Forza Horizon game I have played, I love every map so far. And yes, you could attack me if you want and say Forza Horizon 5 is terrible. It has its issues, but you know what, dude? I still enjoyed it, and I'm really looking forward to the Japan map in Forza Horizon 6, which we all do know. That one will end up being kind of insane. But the thing is, though, I feel like the Forza Horizon 2 map is very well designed. I do like how the roads are set up on it. I like the off-road areas. I love the lighting on the map as well. I love the coloring of everything on it, the background of it, the mountains, and all the roads are so dang entertaining with how some are curvy, some have really nice aspects. The coastal road on the side, bro, really do love. I made a whole video basically talking about part of that road. It was so amazing on the coast side over by the water. I love that area so much. And it does feel alive in the cities and all that in the different areas because of the Horizon type of festival feeling that they would give you with some of the NPCs being there. You'll see animals around some areas, and once in a while you might see birds or something and all that. So I do like seeing little things like that. And I do like how well, you know what's kind of weird is a lot of the newer racing games, we could say like Motorfest, I wish they'd add NPCs and animals and different things to the world, which I do know some people are like, yo, that stuff doesn't matter, but at the same time, though, you might want to have that in there because it does add a sense of, oh, look, there's maps alive. You know what I'm saying? And I do like the aspect of how each Forza game seems to do that pretty well, and at least they're trying to add certain elements to the game like that. And the overall fun factor of this map, mixed in with all of that stuff, the roads and the different things, guys, they nailed it. I think it's fantastic. I love how it feels. And I really do feel like this game's map could easily compare to open world new racing games that we do currently have because it's still well designed and really fun. And I bet you a lot of players would have a really great time in this game. Y'all know what, though? It's kind of crazy because the next thing I was asking myself a good amount with Forza Horizon 2 was simply down to something that a lot of people have been talking about with new racing games, and that's the overall content the game has in it and the progression, and how does that hold up in 2026, or the standards of racing games that we have nowadays. And to be honest, I'm going to say I think this game does very well, and guys, this might be pretty controversial, but I enjoyed how this stuff is compared to how modern live service games are. Look, I know that's not really a touchy subject now because so many people probably agree that the new modern live service gaming model is clearly working very well. Am I right? It's clearly working really well on these racing games. If you want to think that, that's okay. But I gotta admit, though, playing a game like this that's older, you can really tell it wasn't bloated or it felt like they had to add the live service model to. You know what I'm saying? The game to me felt more focused when playing Forza Horizon 2. And the funny part is when I'm playing older games back in this era though, I also have the same feeling. It's kind of odd. Like when I'm going in this game and playing it and seeing how the progression is it going through each part, doing the races, getting different vehicles, getting some of the wheel spins, which funnily enough, my luck has been terrible on those wheel spins, but progressing through the game, guys, I'm well over level 100 now. I have like 68 hours, I think, in this game or something, or 65. I'm pretty close to it. I now have a Bugatti and stuff like that as well, which you probably saw the hypercar video. And it was so dang fun progressing to that point. I really do like how the overall feeling of the game, like, yes, some areas might feel slower, which we all do know some of the progression standpoints in games might be on the slower side, but I think they did really well, and compared to how modern live service games are, guys, I think people would agree that I'd rather go back to no live service. Like, I know I talked about that before, but playing old games and seeing how the live service model kind of just wrecks games, bro, it blows my mind because at the end of the day, a lot of the games have like 3 to 4 month seasons, and they're giving you basically crumbs of content every 4 months. And the crazy part is the entire update of those 4 months is broken up, basically drip fed to you in those 4 months alongside the content to almost make it feel like they're giving you content the entire time or keeping you occupied. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to dive too much into this, guys. I could probably make a whole another separate video on the entire terrible live service model of games, but it just blows my mind because playing old games, man, it got me past that, and man, and it just made me go, wow, I miss it. I miss when games were focused and they weren't focused on live service. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of wild to think about. But one thing I gotta admit, though, is something else I was asking myself in 2026. How was this game really aging if you were to play it now with it being older? How's the vibes, the overall simpleness of it? You talked about the progression and all that, but how does the game kind of age? And you know what? I'm going to say it. The vibes of Forza Horizon 2, guys, it's unmatched, honestly. I love the way this game feels, bro. It's so dang fun to play. I love the map vibes of it. I love the way everything is set up in it. The driving is so dang fun. And the graphics in this game aged insanely well. I will admit, when I couldn't turn the music on, aka the soundtrack, I love the music in Forza Horizon 2, and I'm looking forward to seeing how Forza Horizon 6 does the music, because I feel like that's an aspect people have been wanting in racing games, but I feel like this game did it pretty well. And I do like the fact that when you throw in the music with the vibes of the game and the overall design and the different, like, example, the coastal road again or some of the mountain roads, throw on some music with the sun coming down or something, bro. It's straight vibes, and even to this day, it aged so dang well. And honestly, in ways, bro, it is pretty dang amazing compared to newer games. The thing is, though, guys, we could probably all agree in some ways that if you were to play something like Forza Horizon 2 and then jump on like a modern racing game like 5, you could probably see things you'd like about Forza Horizon 2 and then things you wouldn't, like kind of vice versa with newer games, if you know what I'm saying. But even with some of the more things in this game being kind of basic, or maybe, okay, well, I'd rather have this like compared to 5, and there were some things I was playing in Forza Horizon 5 when I was on that game jumping on 2. I could see some features definitely being better, or at least kind of helpful, but also I do like how they built upon things from this game and kind of just made things better overall. I think that's a big plus. But either way, though, I think Forza Horizon 2, if I was to say, like, is this game worth playing in 2026 if you've never played it, or maybe you want to go play it now for the first time. Maybe you want to go play it for the first time, or maybe you've played this game and you might want to go get it again, guys. To be 100% real, coming from someone who is very new to the entire Forza Horizon franchise, I would 100% say this game is worth playing, even if you've never played it. But also, if you have played it, it is so dang fun to revisit. I will admit right now, though, I wish I could get the DLCs for this game, as they look really awesome. Unfortunately, there's no way to get them. But even playing the base game, it is so much fun. There's a lot of stuff to do. There's probably 70, 80 plus hours of gameplay there if you were looking to do it. Now, if you wanted to go through and do a lot of more of the championships, bro, you have hundreds of hours there most likely. It is really fun. It's definitely the type of game I would recommend to anybody wanting to try this in 2026, or maybe it's been 10 years since you played the game. If you were to jump on it right now, I bet you'd feel right at home. All those memories and different things would stack in jumping on this game. It would probably feel amazing, guys. I think this game holds up incredibly well in 2026. I would recommend it to anybody. But one of the biggest things I would say for me, though, is it's kind of mind-blowing how good Forza Horizon 2 still plays even in 2026. It really does kind of shock me a bit how something like this game could easily compete with the newer ones. And it really does show how well this game held up, but also how far ahead it was back when it came out. But the insane part is now when, playing the game now and kind of revisiting it from all that time back then, you could kind of see how amazing the game was with the great aspects it had to it. And I feel like a lot of players might even want some of that stuff back nowadays. Do let me know what y'all think in the comments below, guys. And again, I will say it, this game holds up so dang well in 2026. If you guys have never played Forza Horizon 2, let me know in the comments below. And also, if you haven't, I would highly recommend it, man, because it is a really good game overall. It's super fun, and it also makes me excited to play Forza Horizon 1, which is coming up next.